All right, we are back live on YouTube, and this video is not being simulcasted on Facebook. It is not the right audience for it. This is specifically for the YouTube audience only. Before we get started here, folks, let me make sure that the notification has gone out. And it has gone out. Let me also make sure that the back end of YouTube is working properly. Okay, it looks like we are rolling smoothly. All right, welcome to the show. I'm not going to do any fancy intro at all, and I'm not going to be on too terribly long. I'm going to be updating you folks on the latest. I wasn't planning on going live tonight, but I did tune in to Jamie's stream in response to everything I've been saying. He's actually doing that stream on #LikenLegion, which is one of his backup sock accounts. I guess he's too scared of doing this type of stream on any one of his main channels, his Lichen Theory channel or his Punkstatic channel, his monetized channel, which has a lot of yellow icons on there and copyright claims and all that stuff. I don't even know why it's even worth it for him to be monetized when none of his videos are advertiser friendly. But hey, that's his prerogative, not mine. And people that have questioned, my channel and where I'm going, I can show you my back end right now. My last 150 plus videos and streams are all green with no copyright claims, no yellow icons, nothing at all. American Dream 6.2, why are you putting #LikenLegion in the chat? I'm just wondering why you're doing that. That doesn't make any sense, dude. Are you putting that in there, for what reason, man? I'm just curious to know. Why would we put his hashtag in this chat? That's a fair question, bro. Curious to know. I don't know if you're just repeating what I was saying or if it's something else. It's all right, dude. I defended you, Coach Eli, just so everyone will know not to go there to the hashtag #LikenLegion. Okay. It's not a big deal, bro. It's not a big deal. I have some updates for you folks that have been following me for a while. If you're brand new here, this stream is not going to make a lot of sense to you. If you're here for the very first time, this is not going to be a stream for you. I mean, you can watch it and listen to it, whether you're here live or on the replay, but that's totally up to you. Specifically to my current audience, people that have been following me for the last 3 to 4 years out here on YouTube, or even 1 to 2 years that I've been here on this channel. I was just repeating what you said. Yeah, that's fine, Dream. I was just curious, man. Not a big deal. It's not a big deal. So first things first. I had to make some moderator changes today. I had to remove a couple of moderators from my channel. And it saddens me to have to do this, but hey, sometimes people make decisions on their own and they just run off without telling you anything. And then you have to protect your channel. That's what you have to do. A gentleman by the name of Will, who runs the Not So Nerdy Gaming channel. Maybe you're watching Will right now. Just know I'm not going to talk smack about you or take you down. That's not the kind of person that I am, Will. For the last several days, in the private moderator chat that we have going on behind the scenes through Google Hangouts, he was not responding. And I did hear something on the Lichen Theory end of things that Not So Nerdy Gaming, a.k.a. Will, was getting involved with them. I asked Will, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and he did not respond. But he was getting the messages because it did show that he was reading the messages. And today, I heard that Will, Not Sonority Gaming, became a channel member on Jamie's Punksthetic channel. At that point, I was like, okay, what's going on here? Will, can you let me know what's going on? I have no idea what's going on. Instead of Will responding, he ended up leaving the private chat, and then he blocked me, so I couldn't message him on Hangouts. So I removed his moderator wrench. In addition, because Will is closely tied to another YouTuber, and I'm sorry that I have to do this to you too, Chris. Chris, who runs the Firewolf Studios channel, has been removed as a moderator and from the private Hangouts and has been blocked on Google Hangouts as well. And folks, I have to protect my channel and do what's best for this channel. And you just have to look at things and take the necessary action. So that way, you don't have any rogue mods going in and, banning people from your channel and using the mod wrench with malice intentions. Yeah, no, I saw them too, American Dream. I've seen enough of it to be able to respond to it. You can share any thoughts you want, but I've seen enough. I was watching it up until the point of I went live. And I'll just say honestly, man, I'm really disgusted with what I'm seeing. Really disgusted with what I'm seeing. It's pretty sad, when you build relationships with people and you truly help them from the bottom of your heart, and then they all of a sudden skip town without, even saying anything. I mean, look, I can understand women doing that in dating relationships. That's what women do, but that's not what men do, right? I'm not criticizing you, Will, but the thing is, bro, if you weren't happy here, you could have left. You could have said, hey, Eli, can we talk? It's just not going to work out for me. I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Here's the reason why. Can we respectfully part ways, right? But that's not what he did. He ran off just like a woman would ghost you in a relationship and not say anything. And that's pretty sad to me. Mods, just ban the trolls. Just ban and ignore the trolls. These people are so insecure and immature and emotionally and mentally unstable. They want to take a stab at me, and it doesn't faze me. I'm not triggered. I'm not upset. Am I disappointed? Sure, because I care about people. I care about people. Dream says, Coach Eli, they are portraying this as an insolent schoolchild mockery. These people are grown adults. They have children that act more mature than them. Absolutely, Dream. And I'm not really even concerned about what some of them are doing. I'm concerned about the disabled people that are still being attacked on that channel. RJ Sandefur was on there. They continue to manipulate him and take advantage of his Asperger's, a form of autism. But you know what? I'm not going to keep fighting the fight for RJ. He's going to have to figure this out on his own. I've given that guy so many chances, and we just have to let him go. We have to let him go and let him figure this out on his own. And if he tries to come back again, we can't let him come back, because if we keep letting him come back, he's never going to learn his lesson. He's never going to figure it out. One side has to let RJ go in order for him to figure this out. And we're going to be the more mature ones, the professional ones, and let him go. So RJ, enjoy your time with the whatever you call it, Lycan Legion, whatever it's called, the Drama Sphere, Echo Chamber, however you want to call it. Enjoy your time over there. You won't be hearing from me anymore. I'm not going to email you anymore. I tried to reach out to you and see how things are going and if you're okay, and you didn't respond to me. Instead of RJ responding to me, he sent my email to Jamie Lycan Theory, and Jamie displayed a private email on his stream, which is why he put it on his Lycan Legion. Now, Jamie, I'm not going to flag you for copyright. I'm not going to flag you for privacy. I'm not going to flag you for guidelines. I'm not doing that anymore, because I really want you to keep the streams up. I want people to see a history of what's happening, right? So they can compare what's happening over here to what you folks are doing over there, and how much more maturely we handle things here than you handle them over there. It is best to move on from RJ, James. I agree. I just said that. Thank you. American Dream 6.2 says, Mr. RJ, you are always polite with me. I respect that, but my loyalties are with Eli. You see, you keep calling me Coach Eli, but that's what you want to call me. I'm gonna talk about the Coach Eli thing here in a second too, because many people have brought it up on both sides, and I want to address that here in a little bit because I respect him much more. I appreciate it. Queen Helen Casey said, "Let the Wolves have him." Sure, absolutely. As far as Chris Firewolf Studios goes, you reconnected me with Will, and then you have been busy, so we haven't really heard a lot from you, Chris. I know you've got a lot of things that you're dealing with in your life, things that Will used to deal with. And here's the thing. I helped Will. Last year get out of a situation that he wasn't happy in. I got scrutinized for that. Then Will actually took my advice and moved out of his situation, moved into a different place, got a great job, and he's been rebuilding his life. And I'll say this, Will, despite everything that happened, and despite the decision you made to part ways without even saying anything, I'm proud of you, bro. I'm happy for you, bro. And I can sit here and say, I'm glad I could have helped you, and I'm glad that you're heading in the right direction. And if you don't want myself or the people of my channel and the people of my network to be a part of it, that's your choice. I respect your wishes, and I wish you the best. I will say one more thing, Will, before I talk about Chris a little bit more. And the same thing will go for you, Chris. Let me just mention this to the both of you. I have nothing bad to say about either one of you, and I'm not going to come after you. I'm not that kind of person. What I will say is that if you folks talk about me, I'm going to talk about you. That's the way this YouTube thing works, and that's the way life is. I'm going to respond. But I'm going to respond professionally and maturely if you folks talk, whether you talk nasty or you talk politely, right? So if you don't want me responding, then don't say anything, right? We can part ways quietly, right? Let's see if we can do that. If not, we can do a back and forth just like, Jamie and I are doing, right? And we'll talk more about that in just a second here, the back and forth between Jamie and I. We'll talk about that. Oh, okay, says Dream. Hang on a second here. Dream says, those wolves are going to eat him up and spit him out. He's playing with fire over the drama sphere. Yeah, he is. But let him figure it out on his own, bro. Let him figure that out on his own. It's not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. We did our best. No hard feelings, Mr. Will and Chris. Good luck. Eli's a very good leader and advisor and counselor. He could really help you if you gave him a chance. # respect. Well, thank you. Thank you, American Dream. I appreciate it, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's a little sad. It is sad. But I've learned to handle myself better out here on YouTube, and I'm handling myself out here on YouTube now as I've always handled myself in real life, maturely. I'm just gonna let them go. They can figure it out on their own. But thank you guys for the time that we spent together. I appreciate it. Best of luck to you. As far as the stream on Lycan Legion, I think they're still live right now. And whether they're simulcasting me or not, I don't really care. I kind of actually hope they are, because I'd rather have those people not be here and troll the chat. They can do whatever they want. I'm not going to flag you, Jamie. I'm not. You can do whatever you want to do. You're more so going to be proving my point doing it. So I don't really care. But and you can leave the stream up. I'm not going to flag you. I'm not. You have my word on that. I'm not going to flag you. I'd rather have you leave it up, and I can end up watching the rest of the replay. I'm curious to see what else you guys said. And I'm sure my audience is too. That's the way it works out here, right? But what happened? Jamie ended up reviewing the stream I did earlier, or I was guest on earlier on American Dream's 2.5 channel. Jamie said that it was on the 6.2 channel. It was on both channels, Jamie. Dream pays for StreamYard like you do, and he simulcast to both American Dream 2.5 and 6.2, right, Dream? I am subscribed to both channels. I happened to get the notification first from 2.5, so I tuned into 2.5, and I promoted it as 2.5. I could have said on my stream, I was on American Dream 6.2 and 2.5 channel, and 1.5, and 10.7, and 20, whatever the hell, however many channels there are, Dream. I won't flag in either of my words also, out of respect for Coach Eli. No one's going to flag you, Jamie. We're not going to flag you. And we've decided we're not flagging you from here on out. At least not for copyright. We're not going to flag you for copyright. As far as community guidelines and that stuff, I can't promise you anything there. But as far as copyright goes, do what you got to do. We're not playing that game anymore. We're not. He started reviewing the stream I was on. I made some very good points, right? And if you look at his demeanor, if he leaves it up so you can watch the replay, if you look at his demeanor, you could tell he was getting triggered. He got so triggered at one point that he said, okay, let me play Coach Eli's greatest hits. Videos that happened 2-3 years ago. So when he didn't want to respond to what I was saying currently, right? Because I've already owned up to everything that has been said in those videos he mashed up together many times. Same thing that happened on Rogue's channel, right? They keep going back to this Coach Eli's greatest hits video, right? I'm not triggered. I'm stating the facts and saying it's an old song. It's 2 to 3 years old. I've apologized 100 times for it. Even R.J. Sandifer accepted my apology 1,000,000 times and then took his apology and then took my acceptance back. Mr. Rogue was in bed with Mr. Lycanthir. We already know that, Dream. I knew that before. Listen, guys, Dream and everyone else. I've told you folks, and I'll say it again. I already knew they were in bed together before I even asked Rogue to go on his show. Rogue's been going on his panels quite often. You don't think I noticed that? Do you guys not understand? I went on there with a purpose. I went on there to try to find out about his operation, knowing that more than likely they were going to gang mob attack me. Obviously, I was prepared for it because I didn't get triggered, Dream. I'm still not triggered. All right? If I wasn't prepared for that, maybe I might have lost my shit, but I didn't because I was prepared for it. I went in there like a CIA agent, Dream. That's how I went in there. LOL. Mr. Rogue has assimilated me, L channel, into an extension to his channel, shaking my head. I'm not sure what you mean by that. So you and Lycantheory, you're saying that he's made you a part of his channel or his mockery or whatever. I don't know what you mean, bro. I also told him you were calm and professional when you were ambushed. Did you actually go on the Lycan Legion panel? Because before I came on the show, they said that you were on, but it appeared like it was Raleigh going on mocking you. Were you actually on the panel? Dream 6.2. I also told him you were calm and professional when you were ambushed. I was, and I still am. So, basically, because like I said, Jamie was listening to what I was saying on Dream Stream. Hold on a second. Sorry. Let me say it again. Because Jamie wasn't resonating with him, was triggering him. What I was saying on Dream Stream. he decided to cut into and play the Coach Eli's greatest hits, right? And he thinks it's going to trigger me. He thinks I'm going to do a quick reaction stream and get triggered. No, I'm not getting triggered, James. I'm not getting triggered ever again. I don't know how many more times I have to come out here and say, I'm sorry for the things I said 2 to 3 years ago on it within those videos, right? What's really, really sad is that you and Rogue and a few other people continue to go back to that same video, all that old stuff that we've already covered a million times. I've apologized. RJ accepted my apology many times. And and then you guys keep referring back to that because you have no argument for what I'm currently saying. You see, if I knew how to play this game better years ago, I would have never given you that material, right? If you had something new to come at me with, you would use that instead of going back to stuff that's 2 to 3 years old, bro. It's an old song, right? Don't you get tired of hearing the same song over and over again? They kept calling me to go up to ask me why I support you, and I had 9 of them attacking me like a packing jackals attacks a male lion. How did you handle yourself, bro? Were you cool? Were you calm? Dream says, Coach Eli, I was on the panel against 9 adversaries, stood my ground, and I stood up for you. Thank you, Dream. Dream, I appreciate that. You're not obligated to do that, you were not obligated to do that, but I appreciate that, Dream. I do. Queen, thank you so much. You're an amazing moderator. And I'm sorry, Queen, or to any of my other moderators, if I ever snap at you for banning a wrong person, I'm sorry. I don't mean to do that. I just, I want to get some good people here. So I apologize for that. I really do. Queen, I appreciate you. You've been loyal, Queen, and same with you, Mutt, and same with you, Dream, and some other people. And you can't ask people for loyalty. They either give it to you or not. And when they give it to me, I give it back to them in return. So yeah, and then he played a little bit more of the Dream stream, and he didn't want to go through the whole thing because everything I said on Dream stream was spot on about what's going on with him, and the woman that's close to him. But here's the thing. You see, Jamie, let me tell you something. I'm sure you're watching this right now, and so is your audience, and that's no problem. Let me tell you something, Jamie. I mentioned something to you a few weeks ago. I mentioned to you that the people that are closest to you are the ones to watch closely or watch the closest, right? See, the people that are the closest to you are the ones that you need to be most cautious about. I'm going to add a little more to that, give you a little more context here tonight, and think about who you've gotten yourself in bed with, right? And quite frankly, whether you believe me or not, I really don't care. I know the truth. I was friends with this person for 1 year. I know exactly what she does. I'm going to tell you this. When I was friends with this woman, and it was towards the end of our friendship where I was basically telling her, if you're going to associate with Jamie, I have to let you go. I'll let you go professionally, respectfully, maturely. We part ways. I'm not going to say anything about you. You go your way, I go my way, no problem. I wish you the best of luck. I hope it works out for you, right? But this woman still needed things from me. I helped her out so much. She helped me out too, but I helped her out a lot too. I helped her out a lot. And she still wanted me to do things for her, and I told her I was done. I want to get back to running my channel. Roger, I already know that. You're late. I already discussed that. I think Dream's video is still up, James. If it's not up, I've got a backup copy of it in case something happens to it. With Dream's permission. I'm not, if that video goes down with Dream's permission, I can upload that on 2 or 3 stock accounts in like 2 minutes with my Fiverr line. So you guys, I'll keep an eye on it. Listen, I got Dream's back. Trust me. I got everything. I download everything. You guys need it, I got it. Just let me know. It just won't go on this channel. No. This is my good channel here. So, as a last-ditch effort to try to get me to do more things, this woman sent me a lot of stuff, a lot of private stuff, a lot of it pertaining to you. Recorded conversations, privately recorded conversations. Now, I'm not the kind of person, Jamie, that does what you do. You see, Jamie, you record people and then you put it out publicly, right? Now, I'm not the kind of person that would do that. But if I wanted to play the game the same way you do, James, I could have already obliterated you with what I got on you. But I'm not that kind of person. And let me tell you something. Let me give you a little hint. And if you don't believe me, and see, she's going to tell you that she didn't send me anything. That's what she's going to do. But think about it. She's saying that she hasn't given you any of my personal stuff. Trust me, you've got my stuff. I know you do. The reason why you're not putting my stuff out, Jamie, that she's given you is because I have stuff on you. That's the way it works, Jamie. But I will tell you one thing right now. I'll give you a little hint, okay? One of the recordings involves orientation. You know what orientation is, right? Jamie, figure it out. You had a conversation with this woman regarding that. And you said some things that, first of all, to be honest, based on what I've heard about you in the past from other people, didn't surprise me. But you know what you said. And I don't know if you knew you were being recorded by the person that's closest to you. And I don't know if you know, but you're probably being recorded every single conversation you have. And for all I know, you're probably recording her too. That's the sad thing, man. That's the sad thing, bro. All that you know, dude, is that if you want to play this game and you want to continue playing the same charade that's 2 to 3 years old, I can play it the same way. I'd rather not go there. I'd rather not go there. I would rather not go there, bro. I've been holding on to all this stuff, right? I've been holding on to all this. And hey, I have no malice intentions, dude. I don't. All I'm saying is, dude, when is enough enough? Like my stream from earlier. We get the point. Coach Eli's greatest hits. We get the point. I said some nasty things to RJ, a blind YouTuber, because I was incited by you guys. I made a mistake. I apologize for it. Is that all you're ever going to refer to every time I make valid arguments? Now that I've learned how to play this game better, that you can't, since you can't defend yourself against these current valid arguments, you got to refer back to video 2 to 3 years ago? Come on, dude. Seriously. James Pink says, like in theory, and RJ are flogging a dead horse. R survives on bots to prop up his live streams. Yes, Raleigh does. They all use bots. Oh, you're talking about Rogue, I mean. Rogue does, sorry. Yeah, I heard that Rogue does use bots. Guess what? He'll be shut down. YouTube knows when that happens, right? YouTube knows when that happens. If it happens too much, they could shut your channel down. So if he wants to roll the dice, that's on him. I really don't care if they use bots. I don't care what these people do. I don't. The only thing I care about is they're harming disabled people. My only vested interest in this is the fact that they're harming disabled people. American Dream 6.2. I'm sorry, I keep getting messages. They're not from YouTube, but I've got a lot of things to do. I really didn't want to do this live stream, but I felt the need to do it. And when things are happening like this, you got to make your audience aware right away. That's how I am. I didn't want to keep you folks hanging because a lot of stuff has gone down. I wanted to make my statements. Miss Queen, I honestly respect her decision-making process. She is very efficient and effective. As a moderator. She is. So are you, Dream. Pink, Dream, is your vid still up? Yes. Roger says, Coach, it seems like Will from Nerdy Gaming has flipped over to the other side. I don't understand how anyone can support that echo chamber group. Yeah, I mentioned that at the beginning of the stream. Roger, when the replay pops up, go and check it out. I shared my thoughts on it because you can't rewind. I have the DVR function turned off. Yes, James, my video is still up. It describes Be Honest, or the honest truth about like it there. I'm just trying to correct the mistypes. I know we're typing fast. I get it. James Pinkson sounds like there's a lot of trust in their relationship. There's no trust at all. They're both using each other. Yeah, what Jamie doesn't realize is this, is that, look, if I really wanted to play the game the same way he's playing it, and, make a bigger deal out of it, let's put it professionally, okay? I could do that. I don't want to do that to him. I don't. And again, Jamie, she's going to tell you that she didn't send me anything. I got it, bro. I got everything. Because you got everything on me. You do. And quite frankly, anything you have on me is really not that big of a deal. And anything that is a big deal was a manipulation tactic by this woman. And if it ever went to court or a legal proceeding, that's exactly what my case would be. And then I would have my attorney subpoena her mental and emotional stability, her mental and emotional competency records, and then that'd be a no-brainer. It'd be a no-brainer. So I'm not concerned about that. All I'm saying is that, Jamie, it's time for you to move on from that video. It's time for you to move on from all of this. It's time for you to just do your own thing, stop attacking the disabled, and stop regurgitating stuff that's 3 years old, right? Because, quite frankly, I don't care if you blast that thing everywhere. I've already made everyone aware of it. People know my response to it. People know what I said. I admitted what I said, and I apologized for it. So it's not a big deal, bro. But again, I'll ask you, instead of continuing to go back to that video, right, which is another bullying tactic to try to, manipulate RJ, right, after he already accepted my apology 6, 7, 8 times over the last couple years, right? It's a bullying tactic, bro. It is. It absolutely is. But again, I don't want to play the game like you do. I'm not a snake in the grass. I'm not. If I was a snake in the grass, bro, you would have seen all those recordings on deep sock accounts all over. If I was as bad of a person as you are and some other people, what I've got on you would have been on 100 sock accounts long time ago, dude. What does that say about my character, bro? What does that say, right? But I came out here tonight and I wanted to make you aware of it. I didn't want to say anything about this because, look, all I want is for you and this woman to go and move on, have whatever you want to have with each other, and stop harming people out here on the internet just to feed your narcissistic supply. And by the way, Jamie did make a death threat to me on his show tonight. He did say, "You're lucky I'm not a sociopath, or you wouldn't be alive," is what he said. I consider that a death threat. I did screen record that part in case you delete the stream, Jamie. So whether you delete it or not, I've got that part screen recorded, and that's another piece of evidence. If I ever decide to continue going through and getting that restraining order on you, now I have 2 death threats from you, right? That's okay. I don't really want to go there, right? We can easily resolve this. We can resolve this. You stop attacking the disabled, go on and do your own thing, leave my name out of your mouth, I'll leave your name out of my mouth, and we'll part ways and put your internet girlfriend in check and have her stop attacking people out here. Run a good, clean channel, and you'll have no problems. That's the bottom line. It's the bottom line. Your show tonight, dude, was nothing new, right? The only new part was you reviewing me being on Dream's stream. And you couldn't even react to it. You were getting so triggered. I was looking at your face. You were getting so triggered with what I was saying that you had to refer back to, like I said, information and videos from 2 to 3 years ago, bro, where I already admitted a million times I made mistakes and I apologized. You're making yourself look like a fool, dude. That's on you. That's on you. You got trolls in here saying, if you're looking into other people, who bully, you should look into you. No, bro. If I was a bully, bro, I'd have no audience. If I was a bully, I wouldn't be here. I would have been removed. My channel is fully monetized. It's green. I've got green on everything. I'll tell you what. Give me a second here. Because this is what people don't understand. This is what people don't understand. And I really liked how Jamie and Rogue showed their back end on their streams. All their videos are ineligible for monetization, or they're yellow or whatever, right? Give me a second here. Here we go. Give me a second here. I got to get my 2FA code. All right. Let me see something here real quick. Give me just a second. I'm not sure if this stream will be demonetized because of the words, but nope, it's green. I want to show you folks something here. And I'm gonna turn off the chat. There are some videos that I never actually did, so those are just private or unlisted. But I'm going to show you this real quick. This is the current live stream. Look at monetization right up here, okay? Monetization on. Let's keep scrolling down. Now those are videos I haven't done, but here are the ones, live replays. Look at the monetization right here. Look at all this green. Look at all this. Look at all this. You show me someone else's channel in this drama sphere that's monetized, that has as much green as I do. That's the first 30. Let's go to the next 30 here. Let's go to the next 30, okay? Let's go to the next 30 here. Look, green, 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 green. You see that? Look at that. It's all green. You guys see that? Hey, it doesn't lie. This is the back end. This is my channel. Green, 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 green. All green, right? No restrictions, no copyright claims, no nothing, right? Let's go one more page. Let's go another 30. Just for poops and giggles. Let's keep it ad friendly so we keep it green, right? Here's another page here. Green, 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 all green, right? Look at that, all green. All your backends ineligible, age restricted, content ID claims, right? Copyright claims, right? And you think I'm not going places, huh? Right? Let's go back to full screen. Let me see here. Explaining to them is like explaining to a 2-year-old. A 2-year-old will understand things better than they do, Queen. Those people are discussing, says Dream. 25 papers later and done filing or filling out paperwork for doctors sucks. Sorry to hear that, Mutt. Hello, Mutt, says Queen. Mutt says, hey, Queen. Hey, Mutt, how you doing? Mutt, did you have fun with the paper, says Queen, with the paper emoji? Mr. L is having a mental meltdown on his stream right now. Mr. L is triggered live. Are you sure about it? Is he really triggered? Dream, how do you know he's triggered? Dream, are you going back and forth between both? How do you know that Mr. L is triggered live? Can you let me know? Is it because the person closest to him can't be trusted? Jamie, who do you have to blame for that, bro? You only have yourself to blame, right? And if you've given her manager access to your channels, dude, you better remove her immediately. This is the kind of woman that will delete your channel out of spite. Quite frankly, if she did that, it wouldn't bother me. It would probably actually, I'd probably, never mind. He is mad because you're saying something he don't agree with. No, he's mad because the person closest to him can't be trusted. That's why he's mad. That's why he's mad. I'm glad he's simulcasting me because I want them to hear this and I want them to stay over there. We can keep that trash away from my channel. Now he's changing screens. Okay. Mr. L was screaming earlier. Now he's talking about how he's making money and upset. Hey, Dream, did you see my thumbnail for this? My thumbnail, Dream, says the new trigger machine. The new trigger machine. Oh, Jamie, here's the thing, bro. I'm not going to be the one that's going to eat you alive. You already know who's going to do that. See, James, you tend to get in bed with people that don't have your best interest in their head and heart. They try to make it appear that way, but they're just like you. They're a snake in the grass. I would not want to be in his shoes right now. At all. And you know what's funny? You want to know what's funny, Dream and everyone else? You want to know what's funny, Jamie? You remember a couple years ago, 3 years ago? Remember what you guys did to myself and my ex? Let me just remind you something. You mess with the bull, you get the horns. And karma has no deadline. And one way or another, I don't care if you believe me or not. All I'm going to say is this. If you've given that woman access to your channel, manager access, or anything like that, watch your back. I wouldn't be surprised if your channel no longer exists tomorrow. I really hope you haven't done that. As much as I don't like you as far as I can throw you, I would not want to see her delete your channel. That'd be a victory for her, not for me. And I'm not even looking for a victory. I just want you to move on. I want you to leave disabled people alone. I want you to forget about that stupid video. I don't care if you keep putting it out there, but it's pathetic. It's stupid. If you're gonna respond with a valid argument, make sure that valid argument is current, not 2 to 3 years old, dude. Come on, man. What's the wow about, Dream? Absolutely, Eli. What's the wow about, Dream? What are you saying wow about, bro? Dream, I know everything about everybody. I know more about this entire drama sphere than they know about themselves. I've been involved when it comes to Jamie. I've known him longer than all of you. I was the first one to meet him. This whole group started after he met me. I know everything. I've got everything. Give me a second here. Okay. Yeah, what's the wow about, Dream? Let me know. You see, Jamie doesn't trust me. I don't blame you. I don't trust you, right? You don't have to trust me, dude. You don't have to trust me. But let me tell you something, Jamie. Every time I've told you something, remember when you got removed from the YouTube Partner Program? I'm going back to that as an example. I warned you, you're going to get removed. And you told me to shove it up my you-know-what. And then you got removed. I also warned you that I've been flagging your videos for bullying and harassment. And then you had 3 community guideline strikes. And because YouTube changed their rules to make the first one a warning, your channel didn't get shut down. Had it not been for the new rules, you would have been shut down. Now, I get you don't trust me, Jamie, but I haven't lied to you about these things. I've just told you, look, I even gave you guys my playbook. I said, look, I'm doing the M&M approach, the Papa Doc approach. You made fun of the Papa Doc. You put hashtag Papa Doc in the chat, right? Right. I gave you guys my playbook before I went onto Rogue's channel. Dude, I give you the answers. I'm not lying to you, dude. Every time something's happened to you, I've given you a way out before it happens. So why am I going to shoot myself in the foot and say something that's not true? You want to roll the dice, bro. If you want to roll the dice and not believe me, and then that woman deletes her channels, that's on you. Once they're deleted, bro, there's no coming back. Oh, and if that happens, I will be laughing. I will be laughing. I'll absolutely be laughing. At the same time, I would not want to see this woman pull one on another person out here, as she's done to many others, including me. Mr. L doesn't have any creative content without you. He cannot be unique and original. That's true. That's absolutely true, Dream. It is. It is. It is true. I will be laughing too, of course. And this woman is triggered now. She's so triggered. I'm the trigger machine, ma'am. High Plains Bear, we love you, Eli. Who's that? Don't ban that person, Queen. Let's see who that is. Let me check out that's actually a real channel. That's a real channel, Queen. High Plains Bear, I've never seen you here before. How did you find out about this channel? You are a real channel. Did Dream bring you here? And by the way, I want to ask my audience something here, because the other side and other people on my side and their side, everyone's been questioning this change of my coaching title, right? I'm not asking you folks to respond to the chat right now. I don't want you to respond to the chat because I don't want the other side to see your answers right now. I want you folks to email me later tonight. And I want to ask you, my audience that's here, would you rather have me bring back the Coach Eli title, or would you prefer I leave it at Eli? I want you to make a decision, one or the other. I want the people that care about me, people, especially my moderators, and any other people that watch me behind the scenes, and even if you're not a mod, I want you to email me tonight at Coach Eli at coacheli@eliasmelas.com. That's still my current email. Okay? I have not activated the Eli at eliasmelas.com email yet. I'm working on all that. But I want to know, would you folks prefer the Coach Eli or just Eli? If you had to choose one or the other. I don't want you to get back to me and say, either way is fine with me. I want you to decide one or the other. Which one would you prefer? Roger says, Coach, the furry wolf reminds me of the scene in Saving Private Ryan when Sergeant Horvath tells the private, you don't know when to shut up, you don't know how to shut up, you are the sergeant. Yeah. Thank you, Roger. Oh, man. Oh, okay, Coach's dream. Sad face George says, bring back Coach Eli. George doesn't listen. I said email, but he put it in the chat. For everyone else, please email me your responses. Please email me your responses. Sad face George says, Coach Eli for life. You're not trolling George, are you? You never know. All right, folks, I've been on for 53 minutes, a lot longer than I expected to be. I'm expecting some people to get back to me. They haven't gotten back to me yet, so I've just been staying on a little bit longer. Give me just a second here. I'm just reading something quick. Wow, there's something fell in my eye. All right. I want to just wrap up by saying this. Once again, for the 1,000th time over the last 2+ years, I'm going to apologize again to R.J. Sandifer for saying what I said to him. I don't really need to do that, but I'm trying to prove a point here. Like my stream earlier, and I mentioned this earlier on this stream. When is enough enough? Right? This Lycan Theory Jamie guy has nothing new on me. He doesn't like the fact that, my arguments have been much more valid than his lately. And because he can't come back at my current arguments, he goes back and regurgitates content 2 to 3 years ago that I've apologized for a million times. I've made my entire audience aware of it. I've gone public many times. It's not defaming my character. It makes you look stupid, dude. You're the one that says, I don't have a valid argument. Dude, you're saying that your valid argument is that Coach Eli Greatest Hits video that's a rerun. Dude, a rerun from years ago, bro. Why don't you critique that video and not show any other videos? Why don't you critique that video and use your voice in the current moment and respond to it that way like I'm doing? I'm not even putting anything of yours on the screen. I'm going off the top of my head. I watched your stream. I saw what you did. I have no notes. Are you capable of doing that or are you not? Are you capable of monologuing for 2 to 3 hours like I am and engaging an audience? No, you're not. Prove it. Try to run a stream without showing any other content besides you and your face and your voice. Can you do that? I challenge you to see if you can do that. Let's see if you're as good as I am, dude. Okay, Mutt. I got your response behind the scenes. I'll share more about that tomorrow. All right, folks. Get your final questions in. I'm about to go off the air. Deceptive, I banned you earlier on a different account. Who are you? Jamie is a horrible person. You don't need to keep apologizing to them all the time. Queen, I know I don't need to. I'm trying to make a point here. The point I'm making, Queen, is that Jamie looks like a fool going back to content 2 to 3 years ago to fight a current argument, right? Or to respond to a current argument. He cannot respond to what I'm currently saying because I'm spot on. He was getting triggered. If he leaves that stream up, then you'll be able to see it, right? If he deletes that stream or puts it to private, then he's a sissy, right? Let's see. Are you a sissy, James, or are you going to leave it up? Let's see. If you don't leave it up, I'm going to talk more about it tomorrow. If you leave it up, people will see that you were getting triggered reviewing that stream. You were triggered trying to come on the panel to talk with me. And what you didn't mention, Jamie, is that Raleigh doxed me, a member of your echo chamber. Why don't you talk about that? You didn't ban me on another account? Okay. I thought you were someone else that got banned. Okay, I'm sorry about that. I have you mixed up with somebody else. Do I know you, Deceptive Duality? Deceptive Duality. That's a hell of a name. Okay. It's all good. American Dream. Eli, he can't even come close. He's still JV. He never joined the varsity team. You know what they do, Dream? This is what they do. They pull rank based on their pocketbook. These people are currently making more money than we are because of the drama stuff they do. Drama incites donations, right? I'm not a drama channel, right? But once we get some more supporters here, bro, it'll turn around. It'll turn around and you'll see. Yes, you know me well. Okay. Well, you mind emailing me behind the scenes and telling me who you are? Or do you want to keep that a secret too and just, make me wonder? You come in here saying Jamie's a horrible person. I couldn't agree any more with you. I couldn't. It's funny. Even with simulcasting and all that, I've still got over 150 views on this stream already. And probably there'll be a whole lot more. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about them simulcasting me. I'm not worried about them making more money than me, because all in due time is going to continue growing. It's going to continue growing with the right people. Hi, GLM. Is GLM here? I don't see her here. Oh, it's her. You got me blocked on email? Why would GLM be here on that account? Her other account is not blocked, her main account. He never made it to Biddy Ball. What is that? Deceptive duality. I have other emails. Go below in the description, and there's another email you can email me at. If you'd like, let me know who you are. If not, no big deal. No big deal. I'm going to tell you something, Jamie. This is how I'm going to wrap this up. If you want to go back and forth every day, I can go back and forth with you till eternity. You want to continue playing this game, this back and forth, right? Let's go. I'm not worried about it. You want it to stop, you know how to stop. There's a lot more. There's a lot more up ahead if you don't stop. And that's as far as I'm going to go. And I don't want to keep moving forward with other aspects. I'm seriously trying to give you a way out, man. I'm seriously trying to say, look, enough is enough, right? And this is above and beyond anything legal, man. Any like legal proceedings or anything like that. Now, everything else that I do is legal, but this has nothing to do with suing you or restraining order. There are other things that I could move forward on. I don't want to go there. I really don't. So you have to decide what you want to do. If you want to continue this back and forth and you want to continue doing the things you're doing, attacking disabled people and just continue to put out that, that Coach Eli Greatest Hits video, and I really don't care if you put it out. It's not a big deal. You want to continue playing the game that way, then I'll play the game the same way you do. The difference is I'll play it better and smarter. Also, like Jamie, how you were saying earlier that I was singing the song "I Can't Go for That" because some sock account out there created a video. I got a kick out of that video too. That was pretty funny. That was funny. That was funny. Was that Ronaldo that did that? Was that you, Doc? Did you do that? I like how your internet girlfriend, James, said that it was trim hits, even though she has a restraining order on that guy. But she calls him trim hits, right? Have you changed your mind, ma'am? Are you saying the guy that you have a restraining order on is the guy that did that video? Deceptive duality. It would shock me. Deceptive duality. Before we go off the air, you did not get blocked, but somehow I think Nightbot timed you out or something. What are you saying would shock me? What are you saying it would shock me? Are you saying that if I knew who you were, it would shock me? Let me know before we go off the air. Why would it shock me? Deceptive duality. Come on, you got like 1 minute, or I'm going off the air. Are you JB Gunner? Is that who you are? Is that you, JB? Oh, okay, Queen, I believe you're right. Dream, I don't mind a little profanity. I have most of it blocked. I don't mind a little profanity in the right context, but it has to be in the right context. You know what I mean? Deceptive duality. I'm going off the air in just a few seconds here. And I know since I use normal latency on these in-studio streams, it takes 25 seconds to get out there. So I'm going to wait like a minute. What would shock me? What would effing shock me? What would shock me? Why was it a great stream, George? I'm curious to know. What'd you like about it, bro? I stick to my guns. I don't put up with BS. And I'm not going to play the game. I'm not. I'm not going to let people play the game on me that used to be my friends. That's really, really, really sad. I'm not going to let that happen. No way. I guess you don't want to talk deceptive duality. You said it would shock me, I guess, to find out who you are, but you're not talking. And I got to go. It's time to go. Do the right thing, Jamie. If not, let's just keep going back and forth. You want to do this every day for a month, 2 months, 3 months? You called out Jamie? I always do. I have no problem doing that. You want to go back and forth each and every day? Let's go. I got all the time in the world. Got all the time in the world. Oh, and by the way, again, you guys question my money situation. I'm not going to respond to that. I don't care what you think. Why do you guys care? Darren, MGTOW's the only way to live. You're some dude in Canada that also had sciatica for a while like I did. Why do you care about how I pay my rent? What does that matter to you? What does that matter to you? Why do you care so much? I'm some guy on the internet, dude. Why do you care so much about how I pay my rent? I'm just wondering. I've already explained that. I'm not going to explain it again, and I don't owe you an explanation anyway, but how many times do I have to explain? I explained that on Rogue's show, for Christ's sake. How many times do you want to ask that, man? Is there a screw loose, Darren? AKA MGTOW's the only way to live? Is your screw loose, sir? You tell me. I'm not trying to be rude to you, bro. I try to be good to you, bro. Darren, I never came at you, bro. I never came at you, but you flip-flop too, Darren. There's no excuse for you flip-flopping because you're not autistic unless it's something I don't know about you. So yeah, Jamie, if you want to go back and forth every day, let's go. I'll play. Let's see who can go longer. Let's see who can outlast the other one. Let's see if you're going to come up with any new arguments instead of continuing to use Coach Eli's greatest hits. Can you come up with a newer argument of content I've created in the last 6 months to a year? Let's see. Can you do that? Or are you always going to refer back to Coach Eli's greatest hits? You tell me. Think about it. All right, folks. I'm going to get on out of here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have yourselves a great night. Take care. Bye. Bye. We're out. Peace out. Peace out. Anyone wants to reach out to me, please reach out to me. I'll be around. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.